19 years. That's how long Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's love story seemed untouchable, until it wasn't, low-key. What looked like Hollywood's most graceful marriage has now fallen apart in silence, kinda, leaving fans asking one question: what really happened behind closed doors? At first, the headlines were simple. Irreconcilable differences, a quiet filing in Nashville, yeah, and polite statements on both sides. But insiders say the truth is far more complicated, for real. Some claim Nicole never wanted this, that she was blindsided by the man she still loved. Others whisper Keith had emotionally checked out long before the world knew. Something doesn't add up, and the deeper you dig, the more shocking it gets, no joke. Before we uncover the full truth, make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon, so you don't miss the next twist in this unbelievable Hollywood story. The calm before the collapse. For years, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban were Hollywood's quiet success story. Two megastars who somehow made fame look effortless, smooth like that. Red carpets, family vacations, gentle smiles, they seemed untouchable. But behind that picture-perfect calm, something was changing, low-key. Insiders say the distance didn't appear overnight. Work trips became longer, calls shorter, and homecomings colder. Fans even noticed subtle shifts: fewer public appearances, shorter interviews, and songs that hinted at loneliness. Still, nobody believed the cracks could be real, nah. Friends later claimed Nicole thought it was just a phase, the kind every long marriage survives. She kept believing that once the chaos of fame quieted down, they'd find their rhythm again. But the silence between them wasn't peace, it was the sound of something ending, straight up. And then, without warning, came the moment that shattered everything they'd built. The unexpected filing when news broke that Nicole Kidman officially filed for divorce in Nashville on September 30th, fans were stunned, like wow. After nearly 2 decades together, the court papers listed the classic phrase, irreconcilable differences. It sounded routine, even civil. But what people didn't realize was that this filing didn't tell the whole story. Behind that calm legal wording was heartbreak, heavy stuff. Insiders claim Nicole didn't truly want this, that she believed their marriage was healing. One close friend reportedly said she was completely blindsided. And while her name appeared on the documents, sources insist it was Keith who made the real decision to end things. Reuters confirms that Nicole filed in Nashville on September 30th after 19 years, citing irreconcilable differences, and adds that Keith had already moved out earlier in the summer while Nicole privately hoped to fix things. So, why would a man who once called Nicole his forever girl suddenly walk away after 19 years, for real? Because according to whispers in Nashville, something had changed, and fast. Nicole's private breakdown. She didn't want this behind the polished headlines and quiet court filings. Insiders reveal a very different picture, one where Nicole Kidman was completely blindsided by the split. Friends close to her claim she truly believed things were getting better, not worse. To her, the late-night talks and attempts at reconnect meant there was still hope. So when Keith made it clear he was done, it wasn't just a breakup, it was a shock that hit her like a wave, brutal. She didn't want this, one insider insisted, saying Nicole was convinced they were finding their way back to each other. But Keith had already emotionally checked out, long before the papers were signed. And while Nicole was still trying to rebuild the pieces, Keith was already preparing for a different kind of life, one that didn't include her, cold truth. Keith's secret decision, the summer he moved out. While fans still saw smiling photos and red carpet appearances, Keith Urban had already moved out of their Nashville home that summer, months before the divorce became public. To Nicole, his distance felt like space to breathe. To him, it was freedom, straight up. In interviews, Keith had hinted at feeling trapped, once describing his routine as soul-sucking. At the time, no one connected the dots, but looking back, it sounded like a quiet goodbye hidden in plain sight. He poured his emotions into music, using the stage as a confessional. But when the spotlight dimmed, the rumors began, whispers of two names that would soon shake Nashville's music circles and add an entirely new layer to this story. Because what started as heartbreak was about to turn into scandal, messy stuff. If you're still watching, you clearly love a good Hollywood mystery, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon. You won't want to miss what comes next. The Nashville rumor mill ignites. Once the papers were signed, Nashville's gossip machine went into overdrive. Whispers spread that Keith Urban wasn't alone for long. His name was suddenly being linked to not one, but two women in country music. Wild. The first was Maggie Bohr, a 25-year-old touring guitarist who'd shared the stage with Keith. Fans noticed him changing the lyrics to his Hit the Fighter during a performance, swapping out Baby for Maggie. Social media lit up, convinced it wasn't just a coincidence. People magazine verified that unstage lyric change and reported how it fueled speculation about Keith's connection with Maggie Bohr following the divorce announcement. Then came the second name, Kelsea Ballerini, 32, a chart-topping singer who'd recently gone through her own breakup. Together, those rumors painted a picture that shocked fans and devastated Nicole. Heavy vibes. Still, none of it was proven. But in Hollywood, rumor doesn't need proof, it just needs attention, facts, denials, defenses, and damage control. As speculation exploded online, Keith's camp fired back hard, calling the stories completely false. They insisted his friendships with both women were strictly professional. Kelsea, insiders said, was only a supportive friend, while Maggie's connection was purely musical. But for Nicole, the rumors alone were enough to sting. An insider said her worst-case scenario was seeing Keith step out with a younger woman, not because of jealousy, but because it would confirm her deepest fear, that their marriage had ended for someone else. Damn. Behind the scenes, publicists scrambled to contain the narrative, but the whispers wouldn't die. In fact, the denials only made people listen closer. And for Nicole, that silence from Keith's side said more than any statement ever could. And if this story's got you locked in so far, smash that like button. It seriously helps the channel reach more folks who vibe with stories like this. Nicole's worst-case scenario, a younger woman on his arm. For Nicole, the rumors weren't just talk, they were straight up her worst nightmare coming true. Insiders said her worst-case scenario was watching Keith step out with a younger woman hanging off his arm. Just thinking about it, they claimed, left her rattled. After all, Hollywood can be ruthless to women over 50, especially when the man moves on first. This wasn't about jealousy, it was about respect. For nearly 2 decades, she'd built a legacy rooted in grace, love, and loyalty. Now, that legacy risked getting buried under whispers of replacements half her age. Friends say she's trying hard to keep it together, but behind that calm front, there's real heartbreak. Still, Nicole wasn't ready to shut the door, not just yet. Because deep down, she still felt like the story wasn't finished. Hope for reconciliation, or just denial. Even with the heartbreak, a source close to Nicole told the Daily Mail she'd get back with him in a heartbeat. Those words said everything, not weakness, but a love that just wouldn't quit. Insiders say she kept hoping Keith would circle back, that this was just another rough patch they'd survived together. But people close to him said he'd already made peace with how it ended. For Keith, it wasn't a break, it was done and dusted. It's a brutal contrast, one person fighting for a reunion, the other quietly moving forward. And while Nicole waited on a phone call that never rang, the legal paperwork told a colder story. It was already written. And what came next proved this wasn't just emotional, it was final, signed, sealed, and real. The papers that ended it all. No matter what Nicole hoped, the law had already dropped the MIC court documents, showed she would be the primary residential parent for their 2 daughters, 306 days a year, while Keith would have them for 59. The paperwork wasn't emotional, it was exact, final, and low-key devastating. According to People, the official parenting plan had been signed weeks before the public announcement, Nicole's copy on September 6, Keith's on August 29, spelling out the 306 to 59-day split, and including a mutual agreement not to trash each other publicly. Those agreements were reportedly locked in weeks before the world even knew, proving that while the public saw unity, the split was already sealed. Friends said Nicole didn't push back, she just wanted to protect her kids' peace. For her, the love story was finished, but being a mom was still her anchor. Behind all the glamour, this was the quiet ending of a chapter once packed with red carpets and promises. And even though the papers closed the marriage, they didn't shut down the questions that followed. The public silence, grace over gossip. After everything went down, Nicole and Keith did something you barely ever see in Hollywood, they stayed quiet. No interviews, no shade, no vague social media posts. Just silence. And in that silence, people saw 2 adults handling heartbreak with class. Insiders say it was deliberate, both agreed to shield their daughters from public mess. Nobody wins when the truth turns into entertainment, one source said. That move reminded fans why they admired this couple to begin with, dignity over drama. But silence can speak loud too. To some, it looked like peace. To others, regret. And as the world waited for one of them to finally say something, a bigger question started buzzing through the tabloids. Was this really the end, or just the calm before something new? The final question, what comes next? Now, everyone's watching. Will Keith Urban dive all the way back into music, or show up arm in arm with someone new? Will Nicole finally speak out, or will she rebuild quietly, like she always has? For Keith, this might be closure, a chance to breathe again. But for Nicole, friends say it still feels unfinished. After 19 years of shared dreams, a clean break is hard to swallow. The emotional ties don't just disappear once the ink dries. Fans online are split, some still hoping for a reunion, others cheering for freedom. But one thing's clear, even the most beautiful stories can end softly. And sometimes, the loudest heartbreaks are the ones nobody hears.